Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Have Been. Hello, Luke. I hope you guys are doing well. Kita's doing okay. I think she's, as stressed out as any cat gets when their mom leaves, leaves the house for a few days. But I've tried to explain it to her that it's already half over. Because Angela should actually be back here pretty early on Monday. Their flight leaves damn early from Dallas on Monday, and then we're 2 hours behind them. So I think she's going to be landing like before 9 a.m. back here in California. So I mean, for all I think she's going to be exhausted and probably sleep for a few hours when she gets back on Monday. But looking forward to that. I have seen more from the con than anyone in chat has, and it has seemed like a great time for them. Little jealous, but that's okay. That's okay. Someone needed to watch over Kita, and honestly, Angela was like out at a Gundam event last night until like 1 in the morning. I'm too old for that. Like, I'm going to bed by like 10:30, 11. So I was, kind of more than happy that she's getting to do that by herself. But I hope everybody is ready today for some more Abiotic Factor. I have us on the game pause screen because I was actually playing before this, and nighttime was just about to hit like 5 minutes ago, and I wanted to pause the game because I wanted to show off what the new trap system we have in front of the Securitron bot thing will do. Because there's a new robot there. I have actually even put some shock traps down, and I want to show it off. I've actually done quite a bit around here, and we can already see the fighting has begun. So we can see it's going to fight the first one, alright, pretty hard first. Alright, so that one got broken, so that's noted. That one is not quite enough. Let's see, do I have a hammer around here? I do. I stare at it and then don't grab it. Okay. Because what we can do to be annoyed is we can just walk up and repair the thing. I would assume the pressure pad would go off eventually. And there we go. Robot down. So it might need a little bit of babysitting, but I think you can see if it had taken out this one, it would have turned around and gotten killed by the other one, so that's not so bad. Bunch of soda cans and another robot CPU core. We will need that. Sure, coworker. Here you go. Actually, will you take a soda?
Oh, my favorite flavor. How'd you know?
I just knew. We're that in sync, bro.
Oh dear, I really must use the restroom.
Yes. Alright, just to show you guys, I have moved everything that was in the back room out. So that includes my bed as well as the refrigerator, which has been placed over here. It's kind of in the dark right now, but you can see I've been sort of grabbing all of the lamps I can find around the office to get this place lit up. And that means I've actually cleared almost everything we have access to right now. The entire data center has been cleared of computer hardware and anything that's useful. There's plenty of extra material in there, like, yeah, like this stuff, like metal scrap, paper, and that kind of thing. But we're going to find so much of that around the game. I'm not too worried about that. So as soon as we get to the next day, I think the plan is actually going to be to try to head to manufacturing. Also, I'm sorry to hear that about your printer, Havman. Let's see. Yeah, you can see I moved a few more filing cabinets over here. I got a bit more storage for different things. I ended up with so much wood, I just needed to have a different place to put it. I don't remember where I'm putting oil. Do I have a place for oil? I don't think I have a place for oil. Okay. Oil will go in the miscellaneous liquidy crap section, along with skulls, because I don't know where else to put the skull. Can the skull go in the fridge? Because that seems appropriate. Still have a battery on here, so it's working fine. Yes, we can put a skull in the fridge, so perfect. Beyond that, I did a little bit of basic crafting. I now have at least a chest piece and a helmet that actually helps my carry capacity a little bit by having both of those. I didn't have enough magazines to make the arm and leg armor yet, so we'll try and find more magazines as we go into manufacturing next. Now, I know to go to manufacturing, I am going to need another energy brick, so I'm going to go ahead and just take that. Hello, Diggs. How you doing? So we'll leave one. Yeah, so you can see I have looted like every computer in this opening section of the game. I think... Yeah, if I click into here, we can sort of see this data farm is that cubicle area. This is where I was able to farm most everything. Like I said, there's still a lot of filing cabinets in there. But I've eaten up pretty much everything else I had access to. There's a number of places that I need like security clearance to get into, so we'll still be doubling back on some of these places as we progress. As for healing items, I'm looking okay. I don't foresee myself needing a hammer, so we'll leave that. We'll keep a couple of test tubes in case we come across some more anomalies. And we do actually have some tomato crops growing, which is nice. I was doing a little bit of cooking before we went live, and part of that was boiling water for fresh water storage. So you can see we actually have 5.5 coolers worth now, which is good. It won't last us forever, but it's a good backlog for now. So let's see. Let's go ahead and have ammo on here so we know where that is. We'll keep the screwdriver. We'll keep the band-aids. I know we're going to need the energy brick, so let's head on up to manufacturing. These little guys spawn so often. I've been like farming them for food. And just grilling them up and eating it while I've been doing all the like farming. Was this the correct way? No, it's one that needs the no, this is a different power cell. This one needs like a big fancy power cell. The other way, which is through reception. Yep, the other way. That's where there is the gate that just needs the basic battery. So yeah, you can see I already cleared out these offices. Still got some peccaries around. Ah, you nimble dog. Got him. Alright, loaded up on meat already. Little bit more damage than I would have liked to have taken already, but hey, we're learning, we're leveling up, etc., etc. It is this way. Before I get completely turned around. Yeah, so I even took the TV. I could take this lamp, actually, as a light source. Maybe I'll grab that later. Yeah, so we'll be able to get into this security office and talk to whomever that is soon enough, but we'll need to get a Class 1 clearance item first. And this is, bam, the way to manufacturing. Also, we can unlock that door. Aha, and then this was the way, the cut back to where the lad in front of the power cell door with the forklift is. Let's see, is there a, if there's a fuse around here, there's not. Never mind. Because if there was an outlet near here, then I could make a farm for that. Alright. So that's our quick cutback, which means this lift is our actual way. What the hell is that? Is that why everyone's dead? Is that condensed Angela essence, and that's why it's all purple? Alright. Outlet, so that we could set up a basic workstation here. Is this where the woman is screaming? Oh god. Ah, the Exors, the thing we're looking for the hearts of. Designation Crucis. Containment protocols. All containment facilities for Exor require grade 4 impact shielding and or grade 5 blast dampening in accordance with GISP ratings. All personnel conducting research on this subject must wear grade 4 body armor with full electrical grounding, even when the subject is sedated or unconscious. Direct interaction in any state is not advised. The Exor should not be exposed to any flammable materials. Feed remotely. Okay, so I wonder if they're flammable to, like, flame attacks, then. We have more information, but we haven't unlocked it yet. Definitely take the anti-radiation. Can we, I don't think that's cutting him up. Okay. Oh, they're giving us a lot of iodine tablets, aren't they? Take iodine. Okay, I have some right now. I'll wait until that fades. Do I just touch it? Is it underwater? Looks like coral. Ah! Wait. That's a portal back. Well, let's explore first. Let's explore first. Ah, antiverse suite. This is needed to make the stim packs. Hello. What are you shooting at? Is he just shooting at that thing? Okay, he didn't hear that, thankfully. I got him in the leg, chat. I don't know how good that was, but... Oh boy, okay, side stepping kind of works. Not that close, though. Alright, got him with that one. I'm switching to melee. Oh, this is a duel. I'm not liking it. Oh, I win. Woo! I never doubted me, chat. That is the first of the 2 Exor hearts we need to upgrade the workbench. Also, this place is... What's the name, if anybody in chat remembers? If anybody remembers the name of the planet in Half-Life. And no, Havman, I'm playing it up for narrative. Shush. Alright, let's see. You hear that clicking sound? I don't assume I can make health packs here. Okay, I can, but I need a bit of bio scrap, which I haven't been able to find. Okay, genuinely did not remember what that was, and I kept hearing that. Thank you. So I can, like, scan myself. Yeah, if I just click on it and all it does is it scans my arm. But yeah, this reminds me a lot, I assume it's intentional, of the planet from Half-Life. I just can't quite remember what the name of that planet is. It's like Gore or something like that? Heck. Alright. So close. Alright, it's good sneaking and reloading XP. Oh my god, that was a hell of a shot. Into the ground. Yeah, you got him. Good job, boy. Alright, now here's the thing. Because this guy wants to shoot, can we, like, just kite his shots out? Admittedly. Okay, the teleportation move does work. I think I got him, but I think he teleported at the same time, so it's kind of difficult to tell. Ow. Alright, we're leaving. And by leaving, I mean we are making a tactical withdrawal. Ooh! Ooh! That hurt a little. That hurt a little. Okay. Don't really have anything that can help our overall HP. Zed, thank you. That is correct. We are playing Abiotic Factor Metalhead. Alright, if I take another shot, I'm dead. There's our exit portal. Could sneak past him, but we need that heart. Oh my god, I got him! Genuine surprise. I thought he was going to take like 3 more. Woo! Hold on, what's the button for it? Yeah! Go me. We're going to celebrate with a lecture from Dr. Mance.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. Research Director, Gate Cascade Research Facility. Antiverse 2 is an enigma. A world made of worlds, each of them different, yet seeded with similar life. We know a few certain facts. That energy moves more slowly there, making growth, evolution, and change a more gradual process. We know, too, that materials transplanted from Antiverse B to our own are energy-dense. Biochemistry occurs much more rapidly. But how did these creatures evolve? The presence of life, complex life, confounds everything we know about evolution. Was an external force involved? Only further study can tell us.
Alright, before we leave, I want to make sure we grab a bit more antiverse wheat. We'll need it for, yes, anomalous compost, but more particularly I want it for making health packs. But yet another reason we'll need to farm. I hear bees. Okay. I'm not going to attack that hive, but I'm pretty sure I can attack that hive. Hello, Angela! I hope you're having a good time. I don't know if you can hear us, so I'm going to emote. In the hopes that you recognize it as being in your honor. Yeah, this game also has fishing, by the way, so there's definitely a whole bunch of critters to actually catch in this water. No, no, no! I fell off the geometry. That puts me in a bit of a mood. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We already killed everything between here and there. We simply need to run back. That was annoying. I'm gonna blame Angela for that because she distracted me. So, how could you, Angela? How could you sabotage this entire playthrough? One hot cosplay chick shows up, the entire stream blows up. My God! Do you know how much time you wasted for me? So much so that I have actually had enough time to complete this entire rant at you and get all the way back to the corpse. So it's really not that big of a deal. And yes, it was your fault with your butt. All the problems you've been causing in Dallas, Texas today. Alright, we got our shit. Yeah, so for those of you who weren't paying attention, what happened was, and I'm not going to recreate it, is I was walking this way. I tried to walk up this little ridge here, and my foot apparently caught the edge. I went sideways and just went right off. So that's what happened. And we are back. We are slightly moist, but we are back. Alright, now where in the facility is back, and why is it electrocuting? Screwdriver's over there. Alright, we'll check that way after we go this way. Locked door. I heard him, but I didn't quite get him in time. So what are you guys having for lunch, Angela? Okay, and so this gave us a cut back to the room here. Okay. So where did... Wait, but there was another portal inside of Zen, right? Also... If I move this... That's what I thought. There we go. This seems secret and not necessary, so let's... Son of a bitch. And do it first. Well played, game. Well played. Ah! I slapped it! I didn't know I could do that. The first one, you saw that. I, like, raised my hand up and just went, BAP! Did not know that I could do that. Alright. I can't break these. I can break these. That goes back down to the electrocution area. It's just taking me back over it. Ow. Oh, and so, okay, well, we know that if we go back up there. Check-in terminals. Check-in terminals are places where you can return to if you die. So we're going to go ahead and...
Check-in approved.
Check in there, so we have another respawn that's besides our home spawn. Now, the problem we have right now is we are very full of materials. So what I'm going to try and do is we're going to play a little parkour game. And I win. And we'll use this to head back to base for a moment and upgrade the base with those hearts and turn in a lot of this wheat and other stuff. Let's see if this way's faster. Oh yeah, while we're here, let's go ahead and farm these guys. I think we have spots to hold them. Got him. Okay, what do we need instead of bio scrap? We do not... No, that is our basic one. We have plenty of cloth scrap. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I need a crafting bench. Okay, I'm going to keep that for making a healing stem. The tomatoes are ready for harvest. So let's just go ahead and store the tomatoes and the wheat. Meanwhile, over here, let's get all this radioactive crap out of our system. Love it. Yeah, we're a wee bit radioactive, but that's okay, that's okay. A little bit of radiation only hurt a lot of people. There we go. Wait, what's the? I only remember what the title of this stream is. Oh yes, yes. Well, we're not going to talk about where Kita is right now, okay? So, but instead we're going to talk about bench upgrades because. Oh, I need the 2 Exor hearts. Oh my god, there was a fake profile of pretending to be hot. Well, thank you for doing that. Also, Angela, you've hit that level of notoriety, I guess. This one we'll need to keep an eye open for, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy the moment for what it is, which is kind of funny. What the fuck is that? I don't like that. We're going to ignore it and maybe it'll go away. So, to actually explain this, as we progress through the game, new events will start happening, particularly near our base. This is the one that happens because of the planet we just went to. We will start getting invaded by enemies not dissimilar from the ones we have already seen. Benefits of that is we get to farm them. Problem with that is they will attack our shit. Alright, so what was I doing? Upgrading this thing. So you see, you have the hearts, we have the energy brick, we hit that, and suddenly we can access all of our inventory that is nearby this workbench. Now, it doesn't quite have range to reach all the way to the fridge, but that's okay, we don't really use those items very often for actual crafting. So that is Tray Magnifique. Alright, so something I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to take some of these pecarary skulls I've been collecting, and I'm going to bring them over to our friend Warren over here. And you see, we can actually trade him. Oh, sorry, not pecarary skulls, not pecarary skulls. I need something else from the refrigerator. I needed root beers. That's right, root beers. The reason I needed root beers is because he is willing to trade root beer for cans of peas. Well, and you might say, oh, okay, John, what's the big deal about that? Well, the big deal about that is, here, I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 pots out. And I'm going to ignore the frickin' fractures in universal space-time occurring around me. God. And I thought I had 2 pots on me. I apparently don't. Bam, bam. We fill them with fresh water. We throw them onto the stove. This is how we begin making soup. And one of the most basic soups we can make is by taking canned pea soup. It shows the can, but you just throw the can in there. Cans, peas, label and all. And we wait.
I can feel my blood sugar falling.
I understand that, son. And we will solve that as soon as, you know, the universe is not collapsing around us anymore. I'm also going to take an iodine pill because of the radiation. I am also filthy, I just realized, probably from all the gore. There, quick wash. Love you too, Angela. Have a good one. Alright, yeah, so after a minute, this is going to pop. Now, something I am waiting for is I am going to wait for these things to trigger, because I don't want to be away from base and let the enemies destroy all my crap. Alright, gear's a little banged up. We'll repair it probably after the fight. There will be a loud sound effect when the soup finishes. The nice thing about soup is I don't think it burns. So, like, you can just kind of leave it on the stove indefinitely in the case of the game. Just gonna water the tomato plants a little bit just to make sure that they still get... So, the way you refill these, by the way, is you just boil water. You can take infinite amounts of the green dirty water and boil it down. You don't get a huge amount that way, so if you can just, like, collect the water sources and bring them back to base, that can keep you going a lot longer, but especially if you're doing a lot of soup cooking, you kind of find you have to start, you know, big boiling stations, which is something we'll worry about when we get a little further into manufacturing. I just don't want to leave this crap alone. I'm just going to repair some of my stuff real fast. Alright, and yes, we have our first two... Oh, bad soup because I am not good enough to make pea soup yet. I just realized. Because I actually need to get my cooking skills high enough to, well, not fail. Because I believe... I needed to put salt in the soup! I'm a fool, chat! I'm an absolute fool! Alright, a little bit of a waste of water. That's absolutely fine. We can demonstrate boiling for a quick moment. How could I forget the salt? You know, you would think in canned soup there would be enough salt. But yeah, you know how I told you there's a lot of recipes? These are just the soup recipes. Like, there's baking in this game, there's grilling in this game, there's soup in this game. I don't know why. They just decided it would be funny. I really want these things to pop. They make me nervous. I'm going hunting while I wait. Because if the office have respawned, have these guys? No.
Any colder and I'll be homeostatic.
Okay, well, we're leaving, we're leaving. Activate, damn you. Yeah, so see how it boils down to about a quarter of amount of water. So, like, see, I could add this to that pot, now it's like half full. Add that to our supply and let this boil up. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go ahead and fill this one with water because I failed to have a proper cooking demonstration before. We're going to do it correct this time. And so I'm going to make sure I take a single salt. Oh, we'll take 3 salt, whatever. We'll put 1 salt in, and now the can of soup, and now we're getting uncooked bland pea soup according to the upper right hand corner. My bad before. Recipes with the name theoretical soup? I mean, they're all theoretical soup. The one you should be worried about where the only ingredient is a bag of feces. That's the one where I'd be worried. You could also be worried about the one made up entirely of alien meats, including raw carbuncle. Nothing like some boiled that. You could also make a soup that's nothing but donuts and junk food. Okay, so I'm guessing this means the attack happens at night then. I actually couldn't remember when the night started to happen, so... We will eat soon, game. I know the hunger pangs. They are real. But once this beautiful, delicious soup is ready, I have my soup cup, which may or may not look like a coffee decanter. But I have my patented soup mug to scoop some up and eat it. Because unlike all those meats we've been grilling, which you know have only given me like one-off eating opportunities, soup lasts much longer. Also fills thirst as well. And so once you sort of get soup unlocked in the game, hunger and thirst stop being a major concern, you know, as long as you can go back to base and top up your soup. Just making sure we don't have a robot. No, we do not. Good. I think we have another day or two for that.
Oh.
Alright, well, we got time to sleep at least. Alright, one of the things finished. I think it was the soup. Yeah, so we can now remove the soup from the stove, and we can place it somewhere. For the sake of right now, I'm just going to put it over here on the ground. And then I can take this soup cup, soup bowl, and now it is full of soup. And you can see I can get 2 full meals out of that. And then the soup pod itself actually has 4 of these, meaning 1 soup gets you like 8 food. I'll just take the last one, take the pot. Come at me, enemies. Meat soup is the best early game soup. I suspect that it is. I have a bunch of like radioactive meat in the fridge. I should look at doing that for the next one. There we go. Yeah, biological incursion my butt. Come here, boys. Is it where are my bolts? Yeah, we'll worry about cutting them up later. Okay, there's so many coming through, I will gladly sacrifice a little bit of meat just to do that. Alright, I think we got him. And hey, even a robot came in. So actually, resources for all today. That's where my bolts went. I accidentally dropped them in there. Cool. Screwdriver is not meant to be in there, so we'll pull that back out. Get the hammer out. Oh, it's still night time. Sorry. I thought that, like, it was already daytime because, like, we already passed all that, and my mind just was completely like, why is nothing working? Excellent! Yeah, a little bit of damage on the choppinators, but nothing a quick repair swing won't deal with. Thank you very much. There we go. Alright, after this, we will head back to manufacturing. Keep one on us. Right, honestly, since things are calm around here...
After work.
Hey, coworker. We can go ahead and actually head back to manufacturing, I think. Right, that robot. I almost forgot he existed. How are you alive? Okay, so we just slip past behind him, and I think we're good to go. And then, yeah, we come out to this side. And then we can actually use this little bouncy boy to get over all the electricity with less issue. Hey, power's back on. Some more iodine. All right. Got him. Ooh, a box of screws. I've been out of those for a while. Okay, that's on me. I think we had pretty much explored most of the places we could go, because... Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So with us now on this side, let's go ahead and start clearing shit. TV!
Here at the Gate Cascade Research Facility, you'll have access to cutting-edge tools, equipment, and materials for research and scientific study.
Ooh.
But if your investigations require more exotic resources, talk to the kinetics team about using our perforation network to access far-flung locations. And don't be shy. Due to temporal resets, the supply of materials in these locations is practically inexhaustible. So if you're running low on resources, head into a portal world for everything you need.
So yes, while this world doesn't change, everything beyond the portals resets every like 2 or 3 in-game days. Which allows for farming. Okay, we'll leave the TV for right now. Another robot. A radioactive zone. Okay. Oh, hey, bro! Hold on, I don't need, I have way too much wood at work. Hey, man, how you doing?
It's not my fault. I work on power cells, not portals. They take them into Silo 3, and I never see them again. Oh, this is worse than last time.
Alright, so that's where we get the power cell.
They say evacuate. How are we supposed to do that? Science isn't good or evil. It's just science.
The Exo monk. They are monks, are they? Oh, they're weak to blunt. Well, I'm not using any of that. That would explain why I'm not doing much. Huh. Alright. We have a fair amount of food over here. Let's say, surely we can drink that. Ooh, kitchen stove. I could... Okay, but if I repair it, then it works? That's cool. Then I have a 4-head burner, I guess is what it's saying. Ooh, map. Let's not forget that. Yeah, I hear you growling. Alright, so that's locked too. There's definitely some stuff in there. You're here.
Where's the bathroom?
The bathroom is really wherever you make it, son. Let's be clear about that. Oh, wow. Okay, lots of stuff. We're not going to be picking a whole lot up right now because we're just going to be looking around. So these look like good office supply locations. Okay. Lots of books, lots more computers, definitely more enemies. This is definitely Silo 3. That's Silo 3, which is where you said the power cores were. Okay, so that's where we need to go. The physics lab is locked. These offices are... I thought that was in the room with me. It's through the next office. Oh my. I'm just seeing, there's not really a quick cutback, is there? Ink pens are used in making crossbow bolts. Alright, with all the things that we have picked up, what do we think we need to prioritize? We actually need to prioritize magazines, because I need it for making my first full suit of armor. Screws can go into here with the magazines. We'll keep the medical stuff. I don't think we need that many bandages on us, so we'll drop those off. And then, you know what? We were talking about meat soup a little bit ago, right? Chop, drum, rump.
I really must use the restroom.
I'm sure you do. There we go. We can go ahead and try making a nice old meaty soup. Go ahead and add that water there. Get a bit more. Just throw that on the stove. Throw 1 ingredient, 2 ingredient, 3 ingredients, the maximum you can do, and there we go. There's the meaty stew, as our friend Axel Boblitz brought up. We do have a little bit more of this on us, so let's go ahead and just give a bit more to the tomatoes. I'll go ahead and just down the pea soup I'm carrying right now. So that's good. Yeah, we don't actually need the hammer, that's for sure. No reason not have water boiling, since we'll always need more. I'm not using these glow sticks very much right now, so I'm just going to leave them so I have more extra inventory space. Okay, that's looking good. The soup should be done by in-game lunchtime, and that will let us go. I'm going to be like, what I'm going to do is, if we're going to continue this, like when Angela gets back and like she decides to come in co-op or something like that, if we decided to do that, is any of the major, like, I'm just going to farm all the offices. I'll try to do more of that off camera. and just focus on the actual, like, progression. So I'm hoping I have a good enough backlog right now on, like, these basic components that were good for at least a number of machines. And we have our first meaty soup. So leave it right there. Fill our soup bowl. Let's see what that does with one. Oh, I am full. That is delicious. Love it. You were right in chat. Up the stairs. This is locked, yes? Okay. Avoid the electrical bullshit. Ah! Break my damn leg. Alright, we're good to go. Jump over that. I have pooped myself in-game. Whatever will I do? I'll scoop up the poop, that's what I'll do. Alright, you little bugger, what are you doing? Go away. Now, why is there so much good crap in this one room?
This is Dr. Derek Mance. As our understanding of perforation technology grows, we've discovered new facets of its physical laws. One of the most fascinating is temporal tethering. Each entry to an antiverse seems to start a timer, which resets after a given period, as though a band of time stretches before snapping back to its origin. I'm confident we will understand this phenomenon in time, but until we do, it violates a dozen scientific principles.
Excellent. I love some good old violation of temporal principles, after all. I do need more lamps, but we don't really have the room for it. And then right next door... Say, what is this over here? Got him. Okay, I actually don't want to package that. I actually wanted to wash myself. There we go. Alright, anything outside of just good materials? No. Hello! You saw me. Hello. Yeah, my bolts do a lot more than the spear right now. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and consume one bandage. Paper we are probably good on, so I'm not going to worry about that. We do need a lot of this other stuff. Plastic scrap we will probably need, so we'll keep that for right now. I could have sworn Angela and I did co-op stream this once or twice, but maybe we never did. Okay, interesting. So that room looks like it's got something fancy in it for us. Some good chems in this room, but I don't really have room for it. Another coffee machine. You can buy infinite coffees from that, which will be good for later. Dr. Mance!
Private note.
Private.
It's undeniable that operations at Cascade are being monitored by external forces. This much, the Cascade Executive Committee have been permitted to know. Exactly who has been infiltrating our communications, and to what ends, remains unknown. Or rather, those who know refuse to say. I've been directed to tell my team that we are conducting some security drills, but the threat seems quite real.
Alright, so Mance was aware of something was going on. Alright, right now I'm sort of just being picky and taking magazines, duct tape, any good healing items, that sort of thing here. Since I want to leave one, we'll just consume that one right now, since we are carrying some radioactive stuff. I don't think it was admin.
Dr. Derek Mance, Cascade. The first instances of IS-064 appeared barely seconds after our first successful perforation event. It appears to exude a fog or mist that has overtaken Flathill entirely.
Excuse me?
Surviving residents have been evacuated and a cordon established around the town, citing a chemical spill. The residents, not to mention our counterparts at the EPA, are less than impressed. The knowledge we already gained, even in this short time, is beyond value.
Do I have room for a carbuncle? Yes. Oh my, oh my. I know I definitely keep boxes of screws on display in my shelves in my office. Give myself a clean wash. Ah, perfect. Here it is. This is the elevator that goes downstairs. So I'll send it down for a second to get that sucker activated in case we forget or something terrible happens. Okay, we can jump up there, but I think we need security clearance.
Damn security door.
Ma'am, I am a stranger with a spear and a shield made out of duct tape and a kitchen cafeteria tray. I'm definitely what you were hoping would show up.
What's going on? I don't understand it. The systems locked us out, but I'm not leaving without my data. I could lose everything. I'd never get a Nobel Prize. Then I had an idea.
I know what
worked
type of
on the
game it is,
security
Axel.
pods. Their CPUs store access codes.
No way!
If we salvaged some, we could make something to hack the door.
No.
What do you think?
I think it's a brilliant idea. Brilliant! You're a brilliant lady. I have no inventory. Okay. So yeah, that'll give us our security 1, which, as you guys have seen, will open up a huge amount of the facility, actually. Unfortunately, it means another darn inventory slot lost. The reason this game is actually even better in co-op is farming is so much better when you have multiple people to run these, like, halls and collect stuff. Because it doesn't, like, really spawn twice as much stuff. It just spawns the same things. It just takes you twice as long to harvest it as a single player than it would as a co-op. But see, we're much closer to base now with that cutback. And we have more tomatoes. Right, full inventory. 60 hours? I could believe that. Why did I leave my tomatoes over here and not put them in the fridge? Chat, why did you let me do that? Why did you let me do that, chat? Come on now. Now that we've dropped off a lot of stuff, let's take a look at what we have available. So the first thing is this keypad hacker that we're going to need to progress the game entirely. So that's going to be a high priority. We also have access to this quote-unquote controller. I don't remember what it is, so I'm just going to plug things into it. So this allows us... this will allow us to actually gain access to, I believe, some vehicles later in the game. I will have to confirm that. As for this, I'm going to guess a computational bank and glass. And a computer circuit board. Bingo. And then for the LCD screen, glass scrap. These things combine... No, not at all. Glow stick. Okay, we do have access to all of that. We can make one of these. The computational brick. This is the thing we've been harvesting the CPUs for. So you can see, immediately we are not stopped. Instead, we're going to come back over here. And we're going to make the controller, which is the first piece that we are going to need. After the controller, we're going to make the LCD screen by taking another brick. That's why we need, like I said, we were going to need a lot of these things. And that is not going to stop being true, actually. So... I forget. It's under tool. I don't know why I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. Alright, so there you go, one LCD screen. And then finally for the infrared emitter, once again, the third and final of these computational bricks. I know it's in tools, shut up. Craft that. And Bob's your uncle, we have our keypad hacker. This is glorious. It means we'll be able to access a whole bunch of new things, including something very special I want to show you guys. Let me check what time it is. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, the recipe minigame is kind of unnecessary, but here is... They respond. This is going to be our first Class 1 clearance. This mysterious door by our base with the swirly. No minigame or anything like that, just simply use of a key card. And inside, we find some mysterious portables. In particular, a cherry blossom field. So if you buy the collector's edition of the game, or the advanced support, or whatever version it is, you are also given this mysterious Japanese-inspired Zen garden in which you can build a base. I don't know the specifics. The water is still tainted. I was kind of hoping it'd be clean, but you know, hopes can't be for everything. Hopes can't be for everything. What was I saying? Can't be satisfied. They can't give you everything. Can't give you everything you hope. That's what I was trying to say. My God, English failed me for a second. But yeah, and then you have like this cool Shinto-inspired school? I'm so jealous, Angela. I'm glad that you're getting to eat some good barbecue, though. Oh. We can have a seat and zen out. But my understanding is this is purely here because they wanted to give you a place to have a safe base if you really wanted it. Now, I don't know if that means it's immune to, like, those, rifts in the universe happening or whatever, but yeah, just wanted to highlight we do have this area available to us should we desire. Running all the way back to the entrance portal. It's good sprint XP. And then, theoretically, there will be other ones, including a frosty winter one, which I think will either I have to buy or it unlocks later. I'm not 100% sure. Because, yeah, they definitely seem to believe they have ideas for more. Yeah, it wasn't necessary. I just wanted to show you that. Okay. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go and check anything that might have needed this keypad before we progress further. There's a charger downstairs. I'll need to grab that for the vacuum. Now you will notice that up here even, you can find some like vents for sneaking around. Which also I'll have to check out. Make sure they don't go somewhere super cool here in a second. Okay, so that probably just next to this. Yeah, bro, you aren't gonna get me up here, I'm sorry. Oh, I forget I don't have a grab. Would you guys mind entering the light so I could see where the hell you are? Oh, come on. Nobody saw that, okay? Come back here. As if I recall, there's a door over here that needs a keypad, right? Nice, I got him actually pretty well that time. Because this... Oh, this needs... Damn it, this needs level... Okay, that needs level 2. Well, excuse me. But yeah, this is where that elevator is, so we have a quick up and down. Can we access this office? I remember this one had a key terminal. Yes. Okay, I keep finding 9mm ammo, but I don't actually have a 9mm gun. Which makes me think I missed something somewhere. Hey, just to give you context, guys, like, this, I have only been in this little area of the map. There are many more. Alright, was there actually anything unique in here, or was it just, you know, decent stuff?
This sector will be powered down momentarily.
Noted.
You have not
Oh,
already evacuated
hello.
the facility.
Oh, hello.
Consider this your top priority.
What office is this?
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. Although it remains essentially hostile, these peccary can be taught to respond to basic commands, as Dr. Manbanco has demonstrated so performatively. As its biosystems work much more swiftly here. It learns extremely rapidly. Many on the executive committee will want a weapon, I'm sure. Their imagination reaches no further. But if we could just read the aggression out, the peccary would make an extraordinary work beast. Our world has enough toys of war.
Angela texted me photos from the restaurant she's at, and it looks delicious. Alright, so this is another sort of area where if you want like a really isolated, probably very safe base, you use it. It's interesting how it was up there, and it seems like the only way to get there is via that ladder. Intriguing. Alright. So that was the first couple of places that we could use. Where'd you go? There you go. Alright, those were the first two places we could use the level 1 keypad. I do remember there was one more, but I think we're going to pass by our base to get there, so let's just go ahead and do that. Yeah, because we need to go that way. It is going all right. Angela is off at a convention for the weekend, but we're already halfway through it. And tomorrow, actually, I'm excited to get a bunch of, like, cleaning and just some, like, household tidying stuff done. I want to get some decorations up, that sort of thing. All the, like, random collections of displayed items you see in the background don't just happen. I have to get into a mood and then get to sticking. Alright, yeah, we're looking at plenty of meat right now. Nothing's too rotty, so that's good. Let's go ahead and harvest the tomatoes. Go ahead and get another sip of soup. Keep those watered. So I think one tomato and a salt, ironically, if you saw my pea soup issue earlier, will make tomato soup. Alright, so that's fully charged. Let's see. Do we have the ability, one, to upgrade anything? Oh, yes, we do, actually. Okay, so the first thing we can look at is this Dioxo healer. So it allows the bench to passively heal nearby players, which is... Okay, and the more farmable plants nearby. Cool, cool, cool. I don't really know how far that range is. I don't know if it's even going to see those. However, we do have an extra first aid kit. Do I need a screwdriver to take you off the wall? Yeah. Alright, with that, we can go in here and we can spend 10 bioscrap, 5 of the wheat that we have. And that will go ahead and get a healer. So now, at least when we're near the base, we'll regenerate, and that's going to help offset some of those, like, if you were here for character creation, flaws that we took, particularly when it comes to our health. Alright, but we are at full health. Let's go ahead and get some rest, because we can see our character is sleepy. I touched one. Alright, so that's looking good. Spear is in rough shape. We're not going to be using this spear too much longer. Thank you for subscribing, Lustin Tugui. Tugui? I'm sorry. I'm too gooey. Alright, so the next upgrade we can look at is the bench warmer, which would make it warmer in here. We notice we are constantly cold in here, which probably has some kind of passive problem going on. So let's go ahead and see what we need. We have everything we need to make the heater. So we'll go ahead and make the heater. We'll go into the heater, and there we go. You can see we can turn the heater on and off. We'll go ahead and turn it on for right now, just to keep ourselves nice and toasty. And this bench is fully upgraded. You see later we can get a suppression field, which will help deal with those purple portals that formed earlier. And then there's even some more advanced stuff, but that's for much, much later down the game. For super tomato seeds... There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and make 3 more of these garden plots. I'm gonna make them round to differentiate them.
Attention. This sector is under precautionary security measures.
You don't
Please
say.
remain in place and wait for security assistance.
Center, damn you. Center. There we go. Now, I saw something in here about super tomato seeds. And I genuinely don't remember the difference. Alright, so we got them all watered. Where is the water gauge on this thing? Oh, it's on the back, okay. Cool, so that's good to go. Alright, yeah, so you can see it's very warm up to here. But once you get beyond this range, the heater is no longer, like, affecting me, I don't think. So I don't think it's affecting the crops. I don't think the crops are in too cold of a place, though. And if they are, what we can do is we can just put, like, a heater, like, on top of the fountain or something, and that will sort of create a bubble, which is kind of what I'm thinking. I might keep this fountain as our agricultural area, as it were. Alright. Next up, we have everything that we need in that. These are just walls and decorations and things like that. Electricity. We don't have any new weapons we can upgrade into yet. Do we have? Yes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself some leg wraps. And arm wraps. There we go, and I finally have a full set of armor on. A little heavier for running speed, but that will be okay. Store all of that. I think we are pretty good to set back out. Hi guys. Once again, we always have a food source around here because we got 2 farming locations that give us like 4 pests, which is more than enough. But here we go, another location to use El Jacopado. Ooh, big locker room. Oh, we're behind security. Remember that security room that we could not get into before? This is the back door to it. And if it doesn't let us in, we can go check it out later. Okay, so just because I'm pretty good on dirt right now, just to show you guys, if you have not seen the pooping minigame yet, so you can see, based on my character, I need a toilet, or else I will poop. So we're going to sit, and we're going to ease the passage with the minigame. As you can tell, I am adequate at the passage easement. And there you go. You might go, that's stupid, turn it off. But remember, without poop, I can't make dirt. And that's genuinely a problem. Alright, most of these lockers won't have too much, but we are going to check them for the ones that especially have money. We'll want want money, especially later in the game, because we'll want to be able to buy coffee for making grenades. And yes, I'm picking up a bunch of useless crap. I will also dump some of it. Let's just go ahead and eat these snacks. We'll drop that. Drop that. Consume those. Yeah, right, it would only be right if it was like a scrolling on your phone game. Okay, here's a random stupid question that was inspired by the bathroom minigame. For like Gen Z and younger, especially Gen A, but we'll say Gen Z and younger, like, actually, let me reverse the order of that question. For older generations, there was a stereotype against men who sat down on the toilet, because women sit down on the toilet to pee, yada, yada, yada. Modernly, is that trope just gone because everybody sits down on the toilet because they're like, I want to surf the fucking internet while I'm doing this? Because if you're like my age, you'll remember that. That was like, yo, a trope. And I like how someone subscribed right in the middle of that question. Thank you for subscribing, Yogi at 9:15. I hope you don't immediately quit because of my rant. And as you can see, we are on the other side of that security station. Now, we will need a controller if we want to be able to repair this. So that's why there were sparks before. I mean, depending on the situation, yeah, I'm just like, particularly, you know, you're at work. You know, you want to take a break. I just feel like that would be, you know, more of a thing now than it used to be. Alright, lots of computers and random stuff around here to loot. Overlooking that. But we'll need to come back here for harvesting, but once again, that's the kind of stuff we can wait for off camera. Let's make sure we get those magazines. Top up our water, wash ourselves because we can. Hi, lady.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
You're not a lady.
Oh, have you only got blue clearance too? I've been hiding here since those goons attacked that poor technician down there. Is he even still breathing? I can't bear to look. Something's happened to the perforation system. The portals have gone haywire, but that shouldn't be able to happen. I wish I knew what was happening in labs right now. Oh, I'm staying right here. Anything else is crazy. If the portal system has malfunctioned, there's no telling what could have found its way into the facility.
A militant realist and a distant relative of James Clerk Maxwell, or so he claims, believes that something serious may have gone wrong in lab sector. Yeah, no shit. Something went wrong, my ass. Ah, nachos for a pest trap. You can make the pests your pets in this game and have them attack things like their Pokemon. This game has a lot to it.
Clearance insufficient.
However, aha! But with the power of science, and more importantly, with the power of gun, we can do this. We finally have a gun, everyone. Science is saved. Alright, I don't think we're going to need this many backpacks, so we're just going to drop them. I am going to take the water, because we have used a lot recently. Hello. Ah, and this is cutbacks right to here. Okay. Well, let's see. If we go get a controller, we can fix that door. Sorry, we got a gat now. I'm just going to go ahead and leave the screwdrivers here for right now. I'm never really using them. Liquid cabinet, so you're good. This water cooler is so much more brightly lit. Wow. Alright, let's rearrange things a little bit. Alright, so we're still going to need that for one... Oh! It can just go there. Okay, cool. Perfect. Do we think we need to carry the crossbow for now? I don't think we do. Because we do have 61 rounds. I think that's enough. So we're going to leave this here. And just switch over to gun for our main thing. That, radiation, bleed, that. Let's go ahead and make some health packs while we are here. Actually, I don't think we want to do that, because what we want to do is come in here and, yeah, recycle those so that we now have 2 wheat seeds so we can actually harvest antiverse wheat. Very good, very good. And then go over to planting. We still have enough for 1 more garden plot. So we're going to take that and start our next group of alien plants over here. Would have liked to have done 2, but I am low on piping, which is just something I need to go around and, like, sort of search through boxes and such for. So we're looking good on that. Do I even know what the enhancement bench is? No. Oh, however, I have yet to show you guys the chef's counter, which we'll go ahead and slip over here in the darkness. Actually, no. We're going to move that fridge eventually, I think. Well, no, we'll probably move the stove, now that I say that. Actually, I don't even know if this thing needs power now that I'm looking at it. No, it still needs power. Okay. We got plenty of plug strips. Yeah, I will clean this up off camera. Alright, so we can see that we can also do the item transporter, but so far over here, this allows us to just make anything that we have learned how to cook so far. So it's a crafting bench just for cooking. I wasn't sure if it would show us like the unlearned recipes or not. Alright, so we're looking good on all of this. Let's go ahead and just give the plants a quick sprinkling. And at 3 o'clock, I'm going to have to go do that for Angela's plants as well. Or, well, they don't really need a sprinkling right now. I more just check on them to make sure they're okay. And we are good to go. I suppose the faster way is actually this way right now. How about you? I should have just used the gun. Alright, let's, before we open that door and go into some new hellscape, because I know what's through that door, and for those of you who are excited, oh, I'm excited to go through that door too, but I want to be ready to show it. Yes, supplies, so many, give them to me, nom 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 nom. What is this pathway? Hello. Where am I? Oh. Well, isn't that convenient? Okay, let's go drop off all the stuff we just picked up then. Like, I remember a lot of the bold beats of this game, but I don't remember the map layouts. Dear God, I don't. Oh yeah, I think her plants are doing fine. Nothing's really happened. I've not allowed any of them to get droopy, but it has been quite sunny here, so I just want to keep an eye on them, make sure they don't, like, dry out or anything. So many screwdrivers. Sure. Yes, we're taking the cart. It's become that serious. There's so many items I need to loot up there. We're going over the ramp. Woo! Hope you wooed. Hey, 61 sounds kind of nice. I mean, yeah, it's like 80 something here. It's 80 with like a beat down sun and dry air kind of thing, so. So yeah, this cart allows us to load up basically a second inventory worth of stuff, which will make collecting what's up here a bit easier. So, by the way, just to let you guys know the plan. So, I'm going to be harvesting until about 3 o'clock. I'm going to go on break to check Angela's plants and such. Then we're going to go into Silo 3. If you know this game, Silo 3 is arguably the best part of the game. So, I'm not going to spoil too much of it. But stick around for that if you are not familiar with the game. Alright, so I think I'm just going to leave it here. Because that way I can just dump stuff and then take it down the elevator. Where is a charge station? Inside Silo 3, you know what? We're going to go in first because we need to get the charging station. But we're not going to go through the portal yet. Oh my god, my aim sucks. Is that his aim sucks too? Got him. Alright, now remember, we need more of those hearts for actually getting the teleportation upgrade for the kitchen. Alright, we're not going to go further into the room than this right now, just because I don't want to. But through the next room is our next portal world. And while the last one was interesting looking, the next one is much, much, much more terrifying. Like I said, we're going to do that after the 3 o'clock break. Alright, did the stuff respawn? No. And already my inventory is full. Oh my god, paper, get out of my way. I have so much bullshit paper. Okay. Alright, I'm definitely going to pick up more planks of wood. I know I'm going to pick up more glass. I know I'm going to pick up more books. Let's just go ahead and keep those on ourselves for right now, because we know those are going to immediately be stacked anyway. Yeah, I just had a pesto flatbread for lunch today, because trying not to eat too heavily while Angela's out of town. She's off eating barbecue and stuff, but she's also running around all day. Vacuums out of power, so it's also a little bit of sharp melee skill grinding. Excuse me. There we go. Go ahead and get all those in there. Let's see. Is there anything we really don't need? We don't need this hammer, so we'll go ahead and store that. Let's go ahead and just get these CPUs in there. We'll keep the oil and the paper on us. Yeah, I'm definitely ordering something for dinner. I know that much. Oh yeah, we haven't actually gotten into this room yet, have we? That door is still locked. Okay, but we haven't gone upstairs yet. Heard that one. That one's empty. Okay, that seems to be everything that's up here. Alright, so that grate up there is definitely accessible. Okay, full up on all of that. Let's go grab our vacuum again. Take a drink of soup. It's been a little while. Yeah, and see, with that, we're already back up to full. That's why at the beginning I was like, no, we're going to take a whole bunch of flaws related to this, to food and drink, because once we get soup under control, we don't need to worry about it anymore. Inside the executive suite. Do I care about... Yeah, I don't... I think I care about the magazines more right now. Stack up on books. Alright, perfect timing. Let's go ahead and take the elevator down. Oh, if you gotta feed kids, that makes sense, yeah. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Is there anything else? Taking the light, that's for sure. I know I saw some desk lamps around here, but I'm not sure where exactly. We're gonna get heavy here. Now the question is, where does this go? Interesting. You can hear my little feet moving so quickly, but I move so slow. It's a mildly radioactive platform cargo cart. There's nothing to worry about there. I somehow just earned agriculture XP. Cool. Good thing is we get this far out, we start healing from our station, and we are good to go as night falls. Now, most of our weight's coming from the furniture we're carrying, so let's just get that off our backs immediately. Okay, paper, we're now going to put paper with wood, because it's becoming such a nuisance. Not good, more tomatoes. There we go, everything has been dropped off. Let's go ahead and make sure all the plants are doing well. There we go, they're looking good. Ah, the robot is awake. It is getting its ass whooped. You'll love to see it. Haha, you got poked to death. Yeah, nice thing is because they are bladed weapons, they also count for chopping up his body. Which is good, that helps restock our CPU core situation. We're actually going to keep some
I
metal.
should probably locate a restroom.
Yeah, there's no power. Why do the charging stations work? I shouldn't question. You got anything new?
You know where to find me.
Alright, how are we looking on skills? We are progressing at a decent tilt. Cooking is coming along. Sprinting and strength is coming along. Throwing isn't doing anything yet, but that's because we need to get our cutting. Actually, we can throw our melee. That's good to know. Spear throwing is actually quite strong at a certain point, or at least it used to be. Alright, so that's good. It is almost 3:50 a.m. I do want to go ahead and repair some of our pieces of equipment here. Ah, the dulcet screams of the damned. Isn't it comforting, I guess? Now, funny thing is, I'm carrying weapons. I'm aware weapons aren't going to help me where I'm going next unless I run into a very particular enemy. And even then, I don't think a single 9mm pistol is going to help me. So let's go ahead and make sure we do some repairs. Cool, cool. Alright, those are all repaired as much as I care to get them. Gear is looking good. I didn't mean to take everything out of there. Go ahead and go put all of that stuff back. That's good. I got some medicine. I am going to want One this, because I need to do some repairs, and I'm going to need a flashlight for reasons. Cool, a bunch of agricultural experience just popped. Yeah, I guess it's just from being nearby it when it grows, or when you re-enter its space. Cool. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are at the point where we are about ready to go to Flathill. And if you know this game, you know that should perk your mind up a little bit. Perk your ears up. You can perk everything up for all I care. But I am going to go check on Angela's plants. I'm going to go give Kita her afternoon meal. And I will be back. It is 2:50 right now. I will be back a little between 3 and 3:05. So go ahead and hang out, and I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I soaked one of my pants legs when I was going out to her plants, and when I turned off the hose, whatever that safety mechanism is that is in hoses that causes them to some extra pressure when you turn them off, got me right in the pant leg. So my left leg is quite frigid. Well, I'm sorry that Jackson woke up in such a bad mood. Excuse me. However, what is the fastest way? Oh wait, I should be taking the elevator. That's the faster way. Doy doy doy. Yes, my left leg is moist. Whatever the term is for words that give you the ick. Moist. Damn. Driving someone off the stream right now, I apologize. Alright, we're now going to progress further in towards Flathill. You'll notice I'm not really going to focus on materials right now.
Scientist, do not reignite the rift. There are abominations within. My brethren crossed over to seal your folly. Is the cost of your knowledge not already clear? If you will not stop yourself, we will.
Well, you know, a lot of the emails and discussions we had with the other NPCs did say that there were forces here that were not Gates' own security. Flathill CCU. Unsafe. Continued failure? GK Abouted, lol. Cover intact. There are 3 power cells there. They are heavily radioactive. Noted. We'll take the lead vest. Make sure... Yep, there's a Geiger counter, but I don't think we're going to need it. Alright, let's do exactly what the nice soldier asked us not to do. See, we're fine. Nothing bad happened. Terminate weather event fog. Just remember that. Just remember that. Ooh, a hazmat suit. I'll actually keep that. That'll be good for getting the power cells. Power cell testing. From S. Frake. Jim, I'm concerned. We haven't field tested the power cells sufficiently. I told Anderson about them. He's worried we're relying on salt to keep Flathill in check. And then the response from Jim. They've been tested. Containment systems, weaponry, even some of the personal transport types. And please, they're sodium-based accumulators derived from the research into A2, not salt. The fuel cells are not the issue here, if you get my drift. Pests. After studying a pest's internal structure, I'm coming around to your theory. It shows clearer morphic continuity with the other one. I agree, we're looking at a more complicated lifestyle. Yeah, so basically they're just talking about how these guys evolve into each other. So they start as pests, then they grow into the dog one, then they turn into, I think, the monk. And part of that is because their metabolism's getting, like, hypercharged in our universe. Can we get some gosh darn organization down in manufacturing? It's amazing we get anything done. I went down to see Varsha yesterday and I was tripping over crates on every walkway, which was very much not up to even the basic safety standards. I know we don't answer to OSHA, but we'll be answering to Keystone if we have an accident down there. It's a work in progress. Just try to keep your tie from getting stuck in one of the machines, okay? I'm about to venture out of the facility for a while. Tee-hee. Let's go ahead and top off our food. In we go. Welcome to Flathill. Weapons will do us very little good here. And we'll find out why later.
I have to go right away.
See, we can take this portal back, but it won't take us anywhere new. That's back near the executive office. Do you hear something? What the fuck is that? They make them big out here. Alright, looks like this is a... Remember, all of these portal worlds from the notes we found called out that these worlds reset, which means anything we harvest here will respawn, including all this food stuff. Ice cream! Ooh, big industrial stove. So I guess if you want to do a lot of cooking, you can here. Alright, the ice cream parlor is full of ice cream. The bountiful basket is full of basic groceries. Store is locked. Okay, that's apparently security glass, so I can't get through that. Problem is, ice cream doesn't stack. Okay, can I unlock this? Yes. Cool. Yeah, for some reason I thought that this was a terminal with emails. Okay. That's it. Yeah, we'll find one in a second. Okay, so there are pots and pans here, so if you do want to do cooking, you at least have some options, although you wouldn't have any water. I just don't want to be stinky for the rest of this. It's a tough one. Okay. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, too? What the fuck is that? That's an employee? Because I can only see employees through the walls. Okay, I don't need this ice cream, so we're gonna leave it. Okay, all this glass seems to be unbreakable. Can you see me? No, and you are freaky looking, brother. Okay, I guess we gotta meet this. What is on your head, son?
At last you are here.
Oh my god, you're wearing one of them.
You want out? Of course you want out. Like them, the giants. You are trapped here. But shut down the devices. Your devices. Remove the power cells. 1, 2, 3. You'll have your way out. But what then? When you've opened your door, what then? Hey?
Are they gonna... Oh, are they gonna come into the overworld That doesn't seem good.
Your people would not open the way, but they are gone. The Crusaders saw to that, so there's no one to stop you. The devices prevent portals, prevent the prevention, and problem solved. The way was closed. Remove the cells, and the way will open.
So bro sleeps here, so he has to sleep. Alright, now we're on the other side of that fence we started on, so we can unlock that. Power cells. Hi, Jim. What's the operating lifespan of the Flathill containment system? How long do the power cells last? Good for at least a month, I'd wager. Okay, they're on the roofs. Alright, with the knowledge that we have a crap ton of phones, a crap ton of paper, a fair amount of cloth back at the base, and I'm just going to consume this MRE to get it out of the inventory. Alright, let's start figuring out what we're doing. Of all the times, I actually wish I had a screwdriver. I do think I need one of these magazine stands for something later. And it's fine, it's not that hard to get here. Yeah, I have a feeling this is one of those enemies that can't be killed by my weaponry, huh? Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for it, then sneak behind it, because... yeah, that's locked, so I can't go out that way. Alright. Thankfully, I don't think they could hear us. Like, I think they are purely visual. And may I introduce you to the fungal bloom. We will need some antifungal gelatin for that, and we won't get that for a very long time. We won't be seeing that today, I guarantee that. Because we are near the Flathill Syrup Company, home of high fructose corn syrup. Apparently some plants grew, because I just gained more agricultural XP. It's actually looking not bad, not bad. I think they sped up leveling in the newer patches. Okay, so literally everything around here is locked to me. So is this like a safety room? Because I'm guessing I need to go in the public library, but I'm not really sure. Whoa, 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 what? Jesus! You don't gotta be like that, brother. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, it's locked. Okay. If I hide... am I good? I think I'm good. Oh my god, why is every door locked? Starcade! WCW fans, rejoice! Oh shit, it's WCW. Fuck. Never mind. Oh shit, there's another one. I don't know where he's looking. Son of a whore. Sorry, ladies, we gotta go in the ladies' room. I'm gonna wash myself because I think my character may have peed himself a little bit. This is my safety gun. It doesn't actually help in any way, it just makes me feel safer. Oh, I don't have a map of this place, do I? No, I don't. No, I don't. Okay. Here's hoping he doesn't see me. He does not see me. Oh boy, I bet there was stuff in that park that I missed. Oh my god, indoors. I'm gonna close that. Nobody saw me enter. Oh, baby! Oh! If I had one of those heart monitor things, it'd be going. Alright. Our inventory is fairly full. And while computer parts are nice, they are not necessary. I am going to, however, take any staplers I see, because I seem to be running low on those. Don't... As much as I would like to take the desk lamps for decorating back home, they take up too much inventory. Yes, it is an emotional support pistol. Okay, this was like 6 staplers, though. That'll keep me in staplers for a while. And yes, having the meta knowledge of how this game operates does help exceptionally in this part, because those guys are terrifying when they chase you. And don't think running indoors will save you. Mm-mm. The Composer. Designation Crucis. Effective containment of non-adjusted composer specimens requires the facility to be located at least 2 kilometers from any perforation phenomena. All locations are to be equipped with perforation suppression fields, backup power, and hermetically sealed. Acoustic baffling is recommended, as the long-term effects of exposure to the composer's songs are currently unknown. That would be their singing, moaning thing. And ladies and gentlemen, we have found the first of our power cells. So what we're going to do is we're going to slap this suit on. And we have our escape strategy for right now. Before we leave, we can sort of see one of the sons of bitches down there. Don't worry, folks. We will be coming back to Flathill. We are in no way done with this area. Hello. Are you in a library? Yeah, you are. Oh shit, we're not out. Well, fucking hell. Okay, so we can go through that portal, and that seems to be it other than the vent. The very subtly hinted at vent. Welcome back, Halfman. You have missed some of the composers. Thankfully, I've been pretty stealthy so far. And ladies and gentlemen, we have entered a Freddy Fazbear's. As much as I would love to package up this arcade machine so you can sort of collect them, I will have to come back for you, baby. You too, unfortunate spacemen.
Could use a short nap.
Alright, this is our shortcut back to here, which does get us back close to our portal. So we could take that and take this back to base, and that way we could drop the power cell into that forklift. We're also getting very full up on inventory. Another good cooking location up here. Alright, well at least we're good on salt for a while. The game is called Abiotic Factor. Not Ambiotic Factor, but Abiotic Factor. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it is free on that. Well, not free on that, it's part of that. But I recommend buying it on Steam, support the devs and all that. There's also a great source of actual cash money in the game for using at the vending machines and such. Drinking a lot of water because I believe this suit causes my hunger to drop quickly. Alright, we definitely would rather have screws. Dr. Mance, what do you have to say?
Dr. Derek Mance reporting, Research Director. IS-064
Abiotic with a B, like in
itself,
beta.
if you could call it that. Emitting a series of resonant tones suggestive of communication. The cavities that create these sounds appear to be the same cavities the creature uses to ingest anyone who comes within reach.
Oh my. Alright, do these stack? They do! Alright, that portal is interesting and we are going to follow it. However, we are going to come down here and pop that door, so that door will be permanently open, which is spectacular. I also know there's a lot of pipes around here and gauges should we need them later. Right, the library. I don't fully remember this section. But yes, for those of you who may have just joined us, allow me to introduce you to our friend, the composer! Nope, that was a stupid idea, but I'm okay. Keep on running. Why is there a book? I don't know. It's just a normal book. It's not like a fancy book or anything. Oh god. I don't remember where I'm going. That was an amazing jump. Hello. Hey, please ignore me. Fuck me, I don't need a leg injury right now. Hey, guess what? You might think you're free if you go through a door, right? You are not! However, they aren't going to fit down here. Woo! Yeah, bye, boys. I don't think you can get down here. Oh, boy. Alright, thankfully now that we have that shortcut, we are going to see what we can do about bandaging ourselves up and splinting that leg. let's see if we can get back to base. We are going to pass out soon from exhaustion, which is kind of hilarious. I don't really have, like, I don't have coffee or anything, so... Yes, our only hope right now is to get a coffee before darkness consumes us. The closest coffee that I can remember is in the data farm. Shit. Bitch, get out of my way, I need coffee. Oh, is there not a coffee machine here? Because it's just a slushy machine because I'm an idiot. Yep. Avoid the robot, avoid the robot. The robot did not see me. Ha ha! Must sleep in bed. Carrying highly radioactive materials, but must nappy. And fall into bed. No. Whew. I didn't want to die because I just didn't have to run and grab my stuff. So, okay, so the perforation I was just in is now resetting, as you heard. Because I'm no longer in Flathill. Now, I don't think that means that it resets, like, the doors that I have opened. So all those cutbacks should still be there, but all 3 of those powers, or 2 of those power cells I've already taken, have now respawned. No, the security robot I do not think reacts to the flashlight, but I don't know that for sure. Oh my god, the plants are out of water. What would Angela think? She'd be so ashamed. Alright, I think they're good enough at this point. Drop those off. Let's go ahead and get some soup. I'm completely swapping which buttons I should be using right now. Have I mentioned I have been swapping what frickin' buttons I should be using right now? Oh my god. What is wrong with me right now? Why am I screwing that up? Sorry, that was frustrating. I just kept fat fingering that. Alright, let's go and get that stuff in there.
This sector is under precautionary security measures. Please remain in place and wait for security assistance.
Alright, books are going in here because I don't have a good place for you otherwise right now. I'll take this. This will go into wearables, keeping all of that. Can't put power cells into it, so we're just going to need to make a box and sort of store it further away from ourselves. And now we can make a platform cart with headlights. I don't know if we're going to do that, but we can do it. We can also start to make our first type of pipe pistol. And one thing I need is a just basic crate right now, because I need to go put some radioactive stuff further away.
I may soon need the facilities.
I'm glad the soup was excellent. And yes, the flashlight does run out of battery power. That's what the yellow bar is. That's what these stations are around. I can sort of stash it there and it'll recharge over a few seconds. Okay, so what was I just doing? I was storing radioactive materials, but I needed a screwdriver to finish building the IKEA crate. Right. Oh, I'm glad your barbecue is delicious, Angela. Alright, so one will now live over here. It's far enough away. I don't think we need to worry about it. We are going to go back to Flathill to complete it. However, while I am carrying this one radioactive core around with me, I want to go ahead and slap it into the forklift. Definitely how you're supposed to run with a screwdriver. How you doing, man?
Try level 3. The power cells.
Yep.
Energy research team.
And a whole new area unlocks, including, however, this button, which activates an interesting little lift for us. What does this do? Alright, so that seems to go deeper in. But importantly, we can press this button, and we are back at base. Cut through is restored. So yeah, we don't have to run upstairs and run all the way around each time. What the hell are you? Hey! Come back here! You saw that guy, right? Yeah! Well, bitch, come back here! He dropped stuff. I'm sorry your Jeep wasn't done yet. Alright, we'll find out about that guy later. Did you guys just see a weird flash of lightning? Oh! I think that's another chest, but shaped like the dudes with the giants. Great. Probably just more things to worry about. Alright, let's go ahead and get some stuff stored and figure out what we can make to eat. Probably go ahead and make a couple pots of soup. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? We got the meaty soup. We definitely saw how good that was. We don't have the ingredient we need to mix with the purple tomato yet. Okay, but we could make super tomato soup. Let's try at least one of those and one of the meat soups. So I'll take that. Just one. Just one. Yeah, it's wrong. Let's not forget the salt like that one time. There we go, and also we don't have any radiation on us, so we can take the rad suit off. Excellent. Let's see, do we have any super advanced tech? Yeah, let's look at this gun. Alright, so we now have the ability to make a pipe pistol. Which is good. The problem is it's a one-shot pistol, although we can craft the ammo for it, which is nice. As you can see, it takes a bit of screws and paper. So at least it gives us a use for all that goddamn paper we've been collecting. But yeah, okay, so that's all of that for right now. So it stops beeping at me. Let's go ahead and recharge the vacuum while we're at it. Alright, yeah, we need to boil water, or steal, I need to steal more of the water tanks that are in some of the further areas of the facility. I don't think I'm going to run out. Worst case, I can just set up a huge number of cook stations at once and just cook, like, a bunch of water. What Angela and I did in co-op before, which is a little inefficient, just because I think if you harvest enough of the water coolers around, you'll be fine. But with 2 players, maybe. Alright, flashlights. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and place this down somewhere nice. Here at the foot of our bed seems appropriate. There we go. What does this do? 15 and 30. Cool. Alright, so we got a couple of stews. Those are ready. Let's go ahead. We got plenty of time. Let's head back to Flathill and regain those cores. Let's bring the rad suit, though. We'll want it for carrying that stuff. Yeah, Angela, see, all the plants are watered. Don't get mad. See, what I'm hoping I'll unlock soon is the next tier of spear, because honestly, this one's weak as hell. Although I'm starting to figure out their movement. Hey, motherfucker. Surprise. Back into Flathill we go. Hoya! Yes, as we'll see, because you heard shortly after we left, all these worlds were resetting, right? Well, you'll notice... Okay, still can't open that one, because I haven't actually gone down that yet. However, this one is open. There's even some items I left. But you see, the hazmat suit has respawned. Have fun, Angela! Because, yeah, this one, which is the last one we opened, we can now open and run up here. And the guys who were aggroed from inside are no longer aggroed. Probably some... Yep, still tainted. Pretty sure all the water sources were tainted. This was it. So yeah, this is the last pass-through, which will allow us to sneak up there quicker. Respawning fridge, so if you needed like a crap ton of fridges, you're at least guaranteed that's available. Sort of being selective right now because of inventory space.
I can't contain this much longer.
Well, then, hop a squat, son. Alright, Terminal, what do you have to tell me? Are you sure IS-64 is contained in Flathill? What's stopping it from leaving? I'm still waiting on your report. Well, we can't be perfectly certain, but everything we're seeing suggests it's localized to Flathill. It seems erratic to us, but we've noticed some patterns. It seems to compose melodies of sorts. Report's coming. I've been busy. So what, we got a new Mozart on our hands? I need more than that, Hilda. It'll be in my report, but I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. They're part of the fog phenomenon, but we lost any chance to explore their origins once we installed the containment system. They may actually generate the fog, but last time I suggested researching it, you said I was blowing smoke, remember? Yeah, we'll discuss it. We have reason to believe one of the Flathill residents is investigating our office. He's been turned away by security twice. Is this an operative concern? Confirmed. They appear to have been compiling a dossier of sorts. The exposure risk is significant, even if no one believes him. What are the considerations? Limited. The resident is an outlier from the community and regarded as something of a screwball. I believe we have scope. We've dispatched contractors to resolve the matter. Hygiene protocols apply. Acknowledge. Cleaning underway. Yeah, I don't think you got him. I met him in the movie store. And I don't think you got him. Now tell me about this
Dr. Mance
entity.
reporting. On the advice of Keystone, Gate has established a facility here in Flathill. We judge it unwise to advertise our activities, so for the time being our presence is, necessarily clandestine, if not a bit syrupy. The location was selected for the convergence of certain geomagnetic forces that amplify the power of our perforation equipment. We stand poised on the brink of an entirely new technology. I'm convinced of it.
Shit! Hi. Ow! I'm getting out of here. Ah, he stepped on me. It was mean. And it was gross and his foot smelled. Can I get through this door? Nope. Fuck me. I may have broken my leg. It's fine. I'm safe in here, I think. Woo! Alright, let's go ahead and put a splint on that broken leg. Alright, so I could use this to jump across. Cool. I mean, we have to take the figure. We gotta have it for the collector's shelf. Hello. Please ignore me. Please ignore me. Please ignore me. Ooh, I made it to the roof. Okay. And that's how you do that flawlessly, only getting stomped like once. Slap the suit on. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have accessed a new section of the lab. What are... Survivors! Friends! How fare thee?
That was a very, very bad idea.
Just breathe, Abe. We'll get through this just fine.
What do you mean it's a bad idea?
It knows we're here, Janet. There's nothing holding it back. Flathill is open.
You'll have to forgive my colleague, Abe. He's had a bit of a shock. We tried to get out through Flathill, and, well, some people died. Then, some genius deactivated the composer containment system. So, clearly, we need to find another exit out of here. And that's looking like manufacturing west. I don't exactly enjoy the idea, but our options are limited.
Oh, Janet, Abe.
The fog is coming. Janet, what are we going to do?
We're going to head through manufacturing, then take the surface tunnel out of here. When you're ready, Abe. So, just try to calm down.
Manufacturing? It's huge. We'll never make it. I'm 83% sure we're doomed.
I told you, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Why are you still here? Are you insane?
What are you
waiting
for? Get to manufacturing. We'll be along as soon as Abe's feeling better.
Guys, I'm working on it. I'm just trying to figure out what all's around here first. Alright, so cool. That door is now unlocked, so I can access that out there. Radiation beyond this point. Doesn't look like there's anything else, so I'm not going to risk it. Ah, shit. And then, yeah, that was just another door out to here. Cool. Oh, we're on this side. There we go. We got that door open. We can also wash ourselves. Alright, we're going to be making space for the, we're going to be making space for that water cooler in a second. I don't need another knife. I got plenty of knives. I am, however... Yeah, I can't open that out. I can't open that without a key. I have plenty of wood. And with that, the final door on this level is open. There's an XOR over there, but I don't really have room for his heart right now. So what is the easiest way to get back? Lift access. Yep, that would be it. Well, darn it. I'm not even carrying any plastic, am I? Well, I'll get that later. Brother, are you literally just gonna stay in this closet the entire, time?
I heard the radio, something about level 3. I'd stay away if I were you.
Yeah, I already did all that, brother. Thank you, Avmin. Thankfully, I do know the opening steps. Because, yeah, it's still opening steps, brother. Get the new water cooler into position. Clean myself off. Right, I forgot we were getting portals. Hey, I found a few more things. Do you want any of them?
Right.
No? Okay.
Another time, maybe.
Wheat done? Yes, nice. I would guess I'm about 15 to 20% of the way through the game. Because the game's actually about to open up quite a bit in the next area. It's a wholly unnecessary place to spawn. Alright, we have a few ant wheat seeds, so when I actually want to expand out the wheat farm, I can, which actually might do. Do I have enough piping? I remember that was the thing that was sort of limiting me before. No, I'm still I'm low on hoses. And I haven't found like a good source of those, even in Flathill. Go ahead and take the meaty stew for the next one. Alright, we're gonna stick with the 9mm right now. We might swap over to the pipe pistol. Sooner or later I'm gonna see how supplies and manufacturing west are. The other thing I'm debating is, was it worth staying here or not? Because I don't know what happens if we leave this area when the attack hits tonight. You know, we're just going to leave because I feel like standing around is just going to make for bad content. Unless, well, now I need to sleep, so maybe we will end up being here. Keep in mind, I have been incredibly thorough with the beginning of the game as well. Like, you could progress the story much, much faster than I've been doing. I'm just basically hoarding everything in a really compact space right now. Oh, I'm paranoid of what's going to happen if I don't protect this place. Take some anti-rads. Alright, we don't need the heater, so I'm going to turn that off. Ooh, I forgot we had this keypad back here. Still can't get into him, though. Him and his infinite pile of knacks and pecans. I didn't mean to shoot you, but it sort of made an emphatic point, so I like it. Hey, look, a bobblehead of you. Now this might be a good kitchen. Ooh, okay. Like, you kind of see what I'm saying here, chat. Like, we could move the kitchen into here. Because there's an outlet there. That's enough. We only need one. Okay. Because I was also considering that for my bedroom, but do I really need a bedroom? Like, I just need a spawn point, really, whereas actual cooking takes up space. That's an idea. I also just kind of keep things more together over here, which I like. However, at the same time, having a nice little bedroom could be cute.
This sector will be powered down momentarily.
Yeah, I know it will be.
If you have not already evacuated the facility, consider this your top priority. Have a wonderful and productive day.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing charged up, because there will end up being a lot of pests, and I can just suck them up and shoot them out.
Right, well, another time maybe.
Alright, we're just gonna hang out and wait for these portals to pop. Angela's texting me about how things are going at the convention. I'm like, that sounds good. I don't know who those people are, but that sounds awesome. Also, your selfies look hot. Alright, what's going on in the journal? Oh yeah, so this nice little guide also, by the way, will show you resources that you can gather in each area. So you can see, like, shows me in the far garden, I can get the seeds for the wheat, I can get those hearts, I can get the wheat themselves, which is nice. The thing on the right is actually, I think, bee wax, which is from the beehive I pointed out I didn't want to shoot. And then Flathill has a bunch of stuff, not the least of which being the magazine boxes, which I actually need to go pick up some crafting reasons, because some recipes don't become available until you've actually picked up the items to make it. Alright guys, let's go. Yeah, and it's Saturday night, so tonight's like the big busy night at the convention too. You get scared? What's wrong?
Warning, biological.
There it is.
Personnel.
Which portal will it be, boys? A watch portal never pops. And with that, the invasion is done. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and start figuring out what we're going to do for West. We got a few hours, but so next area is going to have a bunch of new fresh materials. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the cart that way, and that way we can dump things into it and maybe come back a little faster. Also, I just watched a robot die.
You know what they say, buy low, sell high.
I didn't even realize I had such a full inventory. Hold on. Ah. If you're wondering, yes, the game does have ways to empty your inventory faster. I just haven't unlocked that technology yet. They have teleporters. Okay, we're going to take the security bot CPU out because we're just going to keep stacking those. These are technically furniture, so I'll put them in there for right now. Alright, what I'm going to do is, since it's a rare thing, I'm just going to stick the CPUs with the radioactive stuff. I'm sure that will not lead to anything problematic. Alright, now the inventory is more solved. Go ahead and make sure our blade traps are still in working order after taking him out. Oh yeah, he didn't even take out one. Alright, good. Yes, I'm kind of doing this on feel. The forklift dude is still there. Alright, we have reached Manufacturing West. Let's take a look before we take the cart too much further. Okay, so just 2 routes take it to the same place. And whoa, that's machine gun fire.
Check-in approved.
Cement. Okay, we can start building reinforcements. I'm gonna put these on the platform, they're heavy. Alright, there's no way to get this door open yet, right? Okay. I have to assume every door I see is going to be locked right now.
The safety rating of this sector is now -4. Please exit this sector via the main surface tunnel. Have a safe and successful day.
Alright, lady in there. Synchrotron. The synchrotron is locked. It does have a very Home Depot vibe.
Stay quiet. They'll hear you.
Who the fuck is they?
At first, I thought it was an accident. Those creatures everywhere. But then these terrorists came, hunting us. Now I don't know what to believe. What do they want?
Oh no.
If I can just get to the blacksmith, he'll know how to get out of here. He's wired into this whole sector, and his forge is a fortress, so he should be safe. I think. I'll open the door for you now, but I'm telling you, they're shooting at anything that moves. Be careful.
Yeah, I heard that. Alright, she has opened the door for us. That's cool. We will come back here and take the cart. However, the fact that it just got foggy is very, what would be known as bad. So, Why is it bad? It's fog. Is it that bad? So, not by itself. Yeah, it's kind of visually annoying. However, there's a creature that comes with it. A hunter, who we had the chance of encountering when we were in Flathill, but we didn't. I think partially because the realm reset before we got into that final building. However, that does mean these events are now occurring. You remember back near the Flathill portal, there was a button that said to reset the weather. We need to go hit that button right now. Alright, this way. Hey, buddy. Because while I have confidence I probably could kill it, it would take probably most of my ammo. We're going to encounter with those who are running towards the button. Could be around this corner. It's not good. And we are safe. A little bit of a runaround for that, but I'm not ready to fight that thing. He has some drops I want even, so it's not like I don't want to avoid him forever. It's not like I want to avoid him forever, but also exploring manufacturing west in that fog would be a bitch, because that fog sticks around for like, it's either half an hour or an hour of real world time. So it kind of, you know, is something you want to deal with. For running around a lot, let's go ahead and top off our food. We're here, no reason to not drop off this crap. Yeah, it kind of is fogs mixed with snowflakes. Now, because you see, she opened one door for me, but I had to get to that door by going, I believe, up. Is there another way down here, or is it still locked? It is still locked. Okay, so I have to go through the entrance up there. Got it. Alright, we are back. Small weather excursion. So what does this button do? Okay, nothing yet. I just hear Russian. Oh, you're gonna put a fucking ladder in my way, you bitches. You little bitches. Alright. Alright, I think our best option then... That's annoying. Who puts a ladder in level design like that? I mean, I tell you. They just don't make level design like they used to. Give me a good old John Romero level. He wouldn't put a ladder there because he didn't know how a ladder worked. Cart will wait there. Huzzah! Okay, so this door, though, is still... Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Actual Manufacturing West. You have access to a bathroom for what that's worth. Is there anything in it? No. No, of course not. Okay. Closed door that's open. Are you gonna shoot me? I don't know if you guys can even hear me over that. That is loud in my ears. Alright, they calmed down now, it seems. Alright, there's my cart. Which should mean... Yes. Okay, and this is our way back to the base. Cool, cool, cool. We no longer have to take that stupid route.
Whoa! Can anyone hear me?
Hello?
Oh, hey! I'm over here in the crane. The glass is bulletproof, but these guys don't know the meaning of give up. I keep hearing them talk some kind of code. Whatever. I figure the best thing I can do is distract them, so they don't notice poor suckers like you. I'm guessing you're looking for a way out. But first thing those trigger-happy assholes did was lock down the crossroads. You could push straight through, if you got the guts. Or you could get smart and work your way around them. Head for the garage. Try and touch base with the blacksmith. He ain't going anywhere. I know what I'd do. I'd head for the garage and go from there if I were you. You can't miss it. Just be careful. These guys ain't messing around. I've been listening to their transmission. Military, government, mercs? Who the hell are they? I can't understand half of what they're saying. You need to get a move on. I can't last out here forever.
Alright, so... Alright, so that opened that one, so I can now go that way as well. Cool. Let's go ahead and check this first. He recommended the garage so that we could get access to the blacksmith, eh? I think office is where our base is. So if this actually opens, yes. Can I drive this car? I guess not. It's probably kind of totaled, isn't it? Dude with a gun. Let's not go that way yet. Okay, and this was that long path on the bottom floor that we tried the first time we ran to the door, so that's what that is. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so our wagon is up that way. But he said if we go this other way... Alright, so that's probably the light. I think they saw me. Ow! That was violent for the amount of damage it dealt. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Wow. That was so unnecessary. Like, my gosh. Did I not leave a carriage out here? I thought I left my carriage, my cart thing. Did I not leave it here? Chat? Okay, seriously, is this not where I left the cart? Did I leave it in front of a different door? I thought it was the one over here. Oh, I pushed it out. Oh, I pushed it in. I'm a dumbass. Okay. Sorry. I was like, where the hell did it go? Forgot I left it inside, or pulled it inside. I think I can go down this ramp without getting my ass shot up. Let's see. Boom! Scrap shot, net launcher, reinforced wooden plank. We are up to tier 2 materials. Enhancement bench so I can start upgrading weapons. Alright, let's go ahead and dump some stuff. Deployable beacons. Yeah, we just unlocked a bunch of stuff because we started getting rebar. Also more hosing, which is great. Because we need that to make more farms. So, happy days with that. Okay, a robot that has had much worse days. Can I cut him up? Nope. I definitely hear something nearby. Military electronics. All right, make sure we break down the radios. All right, enemies are in there. Hello, map. Is inspecting you do anything? No. All right, that's fine, but we're getting near. So we are currently right here. We are trying to get to the foundry right here, which is where the blacksmith is. And then down here is where the tram is.
Oh.
TV. Everyone pay attention now.
Here at the Gate Cascade Research Facility, we're in the business of keeping science moving, and that means doing it safely. Whether you're shifting a supercomputer or helping deliver critical hydroplant upgrades, you must be forklift certified to drive one of our many mobile hoist vehicles anywhere in the facility. From manufacturing to the depths of the reactors, you'll need up-to-the-minute accreditation before you lift, lug, port, or push material wherever it needs to go. So keep your certification up to date and keep science moving.
Well put. We're taking the TV. Alright. Since I'm so tired, I'm actually going to get a coffee. There we go.
The bathroom.
See, there you go. You'd be good for science, Havman. Store all. Okay. See you, Neo. Have a good night. Yes, I tried to do the suction thing on him. Alright, seems to be a good 4 bullets will do it. Oh, hello. Where is all this now? Oh, I'm sure they just are referencing something that's in, like, standard training procedures. I know forklift certification's a bit of a meme. Alright, so that's the room we were in. I don't need to go out there. So this is just if you're doing, like, a very high difficulty stealth run, I think. So it looks like this gives good access to a lot of the immediate area. Yep, including this area. Alright, yeah, so where we fought him.
I have to go right away.
He'll survive. And yes, I did hear that. Ooh. Fire extinguisher grinder. Tesla coil. Oh my god, get out of my way. I said get out of my way. Alright, let's get rid of the crappy materials we know we're not going to use. Thank you for subscribing, Ravenlino Soriano. And... Alright. What is actually not important out of all this? I have so many power supply units. Okay, it's only 1 per slot. We're gonna go ahead and leave the boxes for right now.
There they are!
You okay, bro? Okay, you are tough. I mean, yo, good body armor, I guess, but Jesus, brother. You done? You done. Oh my god. Dr. Derek Mance, what do you have to say about all this?
IS-173, the aptly named pest, is intriguing in part for the similarities it bears to so much early life on Earth. Based on certain genetic parallels, and indeed its genetic structure, Dr. Pendleton has identified some striking similarities to early life on Earth. But until we gather more information, her theory remains a theory at best.
Now, if I seem like I'm skipping a lot of stuff, and can you drive the forklift? Yes, yes, you actually can drive the forklift in this game. Not this one, but there are some elsewhere that you can. Oh my god, yeah, I am skipping so many, like, great items right now just because I am trying to find my way to the tram station. Because the tram station will make farming everything much easier. Why is this bathroom behind the lock? I have no idea. However, by hacking our way through all that, we have made it to the tram station. And by pressing that, the tram is now active, and we can actually use it. Tram has storage on it, which is useful if we want to be using it as a hub. Sorry, as like a resource hub to drop things off. However, it also has space on it to bring a carriage, which we're gonna try and do. And that way, we'll be able to return to this area really quickly. Yeah, I think there's actually... the first vehicle is coming up, I think. There's definitely a dude, like, hiding somewhere down there, isn't it? Wait, you can't take the carriage? You literally look like... Alright, fine. Fine, game. You might be saying, but John, you're leaving all those resources, or Chaos Cultist, my god. Breaking kayfabe. You're leaving all those resources. Don't worry, we have a button for this back at base. But this is the exact reason why we have actually kept our base where it is, instead of migrating it or putting it somewhere else, is because all of the tram stations actually come into that lobby. So if you play this game and you're playing it for the first time, I do recommend your first base be at least somewhat near the central lobby and offices, because that gives you access to these beautiful things. And now we are back. And we can come over here, and there's this little button that says recover all platforms. Interesting, so it summons the cart back, but doesn't summon it with all the items. It just summons its inventory right next to it, which is kind of funny. But regardless, it allowed us to bring all this crap with us. Oh my god, I need to make more crates. Because we're past the point where I can just store everything in these things. I need to start making some more deliberate storage. There we go. Now let's see what we have for new things. We have a crap ton of cement walls, new barricades, barrels, which is good for storing water in if you don't have a bunch of water coolers around, so that gives you even like more water storage. Deployable beacon, so this is just good for, I believe, just being able to see things through walls, so if you're playing co-op you can mark things. Forge pauldrons, probably this, and this. Coolio. We can now make the medium garden plot, which is a much larger garden plot. If I remember the right items for it. I said if I remember the right items for it. There we go. Yeah, to the person who said they turned off this mini game, yeah, I can understand why. Ah, I can now make a hazard crate. That's what I wanted the magazine stand for. That's right, so I can actually store some goddamn radiation around the base. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of reinforced wooden planks. Sort of the mid-tier crafting medium. Now the scrap shot we might actually more invest in because it's a shotgun. There we go, storage crate medium. It's a shotgun that's slow to load, but because it's a shotgun it does so much more damage. Alright, transmogrifier, Coolio, Coolio. Okay. Anything there we want to be making immediately? I don't think so. So that's fine. Yeah, time's about to go to night. So what do we want to do in the meantime? Because I don't want to advance the story quite yet. Because I have one more guy I want you all to meet before I call it for the evening. And I have to go figure out dinner. And then Kamen Rider Zets has a new episode here in like 3 hours. A little less than that. So I'll be watching that. And that's the one thing I can rub in Angela's face. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I was like, where's this MRE go? It goes into here because I can make soup out of it. Hello. I guess we did open the gate from Flathill, didn't we?
For what do you seek?
How you doing, bro?
You freed the giants. If I can assist, I shall. Once more, we convene.
And now he's a vendor. And let's see. He'll give me porcelain shards. Oh, I wish I still had some anomalies. You know, I do think. Okay, let me go get you some bandages, brother. Yeah, 'cause unfortunately my anomalies decayed.
We can help each other, yes. Travel well, perhaps an exchange. We have no further business for now.
Alright, so I didn't learn anything new from getting the porcelain shard. But at the same time, they are cheap as hell. So if I go and I make like 40 of these things, I'm gonna trade it for all of his porcelain shards. You got one whole episode so far? Which one? Like which series is what I meant. Angela will be happy and excited to talk to you about it, I'm sure. Okay, so there are at least some, but did bro leave? Like, did he, like, teleport away? Okay. I sort of thought he'd stick around for a little while longer, but I guess not. Alright, fine. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and store these bandages. We'll eventually use them anyway. So So we'll do that. We'll take that stack. We'll just, let's see. We do have the one anomaly. We'll just leave it there. This is a weird valuable piece. I'm going to put it in the weird valuable piece chest, I guess. I was gonna say, I thought I heard another one.
You know what they say, buy low, sell high.
They do say that, my strange little coworker friend. You like soup? No? Okay. It is the most recent, and it would keep you up to date with the community, so I hope you enjoyed the first episode. That's it like, I think it starts well. You know, definitely a lot of the hype around it is what happens later in the season, but I definitely think it has a strong start. Alright, let's actually remember to take all this crap. That's why I was saying I need to actually start making some larger chests, which I think I'm going to start doing right now. Ah, and I can now make a makeshift toilet. How nice.
You know what they say, buy low, sell high.
I'm going to assume it's going to need that. It's definitely going to need a bucket. It's going to need some piping, and it's going to need some cloth. Alright, good. Power's back on. We can finally make ourselves a makeshift toilet. So now we'll actually be able to collect our own poop and still use the restroom. So we no longer have to poop ourselves to collect that stuff, which is great. I am also going to go ahead and craft a medium crate because we are starting to get very full. So, keeping in mind where storage needs to end up going. Come on, let me up.
Attention, this sector is under precautionary security measures.
Yeah, it is.
And wait for security assistance.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and just dump the cement bags. And you can see it's already, one of these is way more storage than we get out of one of these. And that's why as we get more and more reinforced, or what's the ingredient called? Reinforced wooden planks. As long as we get more rebar, we'll replace these guys finally, and that will also mean more and more of the base will take up less space, which is spectacular. Alright, hose can go there, you can go there. Dump the food there. Toilet! Just gonna put the toilet over here opposite the bedroom so that it's not in the way. Oh, well, here's the thing. After the mid-season, you kind of do want to rewatch it. Just, I mean, if you like it, you will. And see, folks, we can finally poop in peace. Because it's a bucket, that means we can end up collecting, you know, the fertilizer, as it were. And we can open the toilet and see, there we go, a bag of feces. We're just going to leave that there for right now, but at least we now have the ability to make dirt slowly over time. Now, before we call it an evening, I want to go ahead and actually get to the big bad blacksmith who the NPCs have been talking about, because he will also kind of set us up on what our next major objective in the game is. Because right now, obviously we have the objective of escape, And we know we need to get to a tunnel that's on the other side of all those armed mercenaries. And obviously stealth is an option for that. However, just spoilers, there will be things in the way that we have to circumvent to get to that tunnel. And that is why we need to talk to this blacksmith and see what items he might be needing to supply us the crafting ingredients we need. It'll make more sense in a moment. Yes, Manufacturing West is quite large. And yeah, just to show you once again, I think there's 5 of these locations, so that's why I said I think we were about 20% of the way through.
Look, we don't got a lot of time. Radio's out, Frake's gone AWOL, and the place is crawling with gunned-up psycho cowboys. They ain't shut me down yet, but folk like you need to be getting to the surface tunnel. Roadway's locked up tight, so you need to find a way through the security doors up there. Maybe you can hack through somehow. They don't exactly leave the codes lying around, if you know what I mean. If you need something, though, I can help. Equipment, gear, whatever. I can make it, if you got what I need.
And you see, he gives us the recipe for the Tier 2 hack pad, which we'll need to get through a security door way up yonder. But to make that, we're going to need some ingredients, including some from him. Now, the nice thing is, as you can see, the optic lens is going to be one of the important ones. We don't even know what he needs for that yet. But you can see, he does give us access to anvils should we need it. The steel cable, which will be useful. We've seen we've gotten some military electronics. And then the rebar we can get by actually turning in those anomalies. So we actually have a use for it. Well, it's an international team of scientists, after all. And then, of course, he sells some anti-fire or some fire-resistant gear.
Interesting.
Am I inspecting that? I can learn how to make solder, which is something we're definitely going to want. But yeah, with this, we are basically into Tier 2 technology of the game. Lots of new things to harvest. A lot of it is stuff we have seen already, it's just we need a lot more of it. We need a lot more rebar. We need a lot more cement if we want to do anything. There's a nice little welding mask, so we don't even have to ask him for one. That's, I believe, a part. You see up here we have an area that I think you can sort of set up a nice little secondary base in manufacturing. It's got a couple of plugs and it's secure, but you do need Tier 2 to access it. And you can see to access Tier 2, I need 4 military electronics. I already have 1 or 2, but more importantly, I'm going to need to make some of that steel cabling. That's the item on the far right in the upper right-hand corner. And to make that, I just need to sort of harvest my way through this. And that's something that, you know, if we do more streams in this game, we'll do more of the harvesting off camera, of course. Just to talk real quick about what the upcoming schedule is. So Angela will be back in town next week. And I think her plan is to stream on Tuesday, assuming that she isn't too exhausted from how everything went at the con. She's having a spectacular time, but, you know, she's not quite used to this much socializing. And so I think she's just going to be exhausted when she's all said and done. So hopefully she'll be back for sort of a chill stream on Tuesday. And I would like to thank you guys for spending time with me the last couple of days. I have appreciated it. Just having sort of a schedule and something I know I, quote-unquote, am supposed to do has been, you know, good for the mental health, and it's kept me from, you know, going stir-crazy inside. Nice thing is I actually do need a little bit of time to get stuff done tomorrow, so I'm kind of happy about, you know, having that time. Yeah, I don't think I can get in there yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn back, and I'm going to head back to base, but we're probably going to call it. Yeah, so, you know, if Angela's not streaming on Tuesday, I'll probably stream on Tuesday is how it will go. But she is planning on being back next week. But yeah, please look forward to more content coming from her. Follow her social medias. She'll have more from Creators After Dark as the weekend wraps up. But I'm going to go ahead and call it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me. It has been a pleasure hanging out with you, Havman. Thank you, Diggs, Neo, Doe, everybody who has been active today. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you have a wonderful night, and see you guys next week.